Hello everyone, our topic today is all about addition of integers, and this topic can be found in pages 11 to 15 of your textbook. There are two ways to add integers. The first one is using a number line. The second one is using the absolute value. Adding integers using a number line. There are two rules to be followed. The first one is to add a positive integer. It means that we need to move to the right on the number line, which there is an increase in value. Next, to add a negative integer, we need to move to the left on the number line and there is a decrease in value. Supposing we have negative 3 plus 4. Since 4 is a positive integer, we are going to move to the right on the number line. Starting at negative 3, we are going to move 4 units to the right. So let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4. We end up at positive 1. So therefore, negative 3 plus 4 is equal to positive 1. Now let us have another one. Supposing we have 2 plus negative 5. Since we have to add a negative number, it means that we are going to move to the left on the number line. Starting at positive 2, we are going to move 5 units to the left. Now let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We end up at negative 3. So therefore, 2 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 3. Now let us have negative 1 plus negative 8. So since we are adding negative 8 or a negative number, we are going to move to the left on the number line. Starting at negative 1, we are going to move 8 units to the left. So let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We end up at negative 9. So therefore, what is negative 1 plus negative 8? Correct, it is equal to negative 9. Now let us have the last example under number line. Supposing we have negative 7 plus 11. Since we are adding a positive number, we are going to move to the right of the number line. Starting at negative 7, we are going to move 11 units to the right. Let us do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. At what number did we end? Correct, is at positive 4. So therefore, what is negative 7 plus 11? Correct, it is equal to positive 4. Now let us have adding integers using the absolute value. To understand what is absolute value, let us define it. Absolute value is the distance from 0. This is the symbol for absolute value. And take note that the absolute value of a number is always positive. So if we have the absolute value of 5, it is equal to positive 5. And if we have the absolute value of negative 6, it is equal to positive 6. So what is the absolute value of positive 8? Correct, it is equal to 8. And how about negative 11? Correct, it is positive 11. So that is absolute value. Now we are ready to add integers using the absolute value. First, we are going to follow two rules under using the absolute value. The first rule is same signs. We need to add the absolute values and use the given sign. The other one is unlike signs, greater absolute value minus the smaller and use the sign of the greater absolute value. So let us have some examples. Supposing we have negative 9 plus negative 8. So they have the same signs. What we need to do is to add the absolute value of negative 9, which is 9, and the absolute value of negative 8, which is 8. And then we are going to follow the sign, which is negative. So we will be having negative 17. Next, supposing we have to add positive 9 plus positive 8. In here, it is very easy. We just need to add 9 plus 8 is equal to what? Correct, it is equal to 17. And since they are both positive, we will be having positive 17. Now let us have another one. How about negative 9 plus 8? Since they are unlike signs, we are going to get the absolute value of negative 9, which is equal to what? Correct, it is equal to 9. And what is the absolute value of 8? Correct, it is positive 8. Then we are going to subtract 9 minus 8. And 9 minus 8 is equal to what? Correct, it is equal to 1. Since negative 9 has the greater absolute value, we follow the sign of negative 9, which is the negative sign. So the final answer would be negative 1. So therefore, negative 9 plus 8 is equal to negative 1. Now let us have another one. Supposing we have 10 plus negative 6. First step is to get their absolute values. So what is the absolute value of 10? Correct. It is positive 10. How about the absolute value of negative 6? Correct. It is positive 6. Then we are going to subtract 10 minus 6 is equal to what? Correct. It is equal to 4. Since 10 has the greater absolute value, so we are going to follow the sign of 10, which is positive. So our final answer would be 4. So 10 plus negative 6 is equal to 4. Now let us find the value of the following equations. Supposing we have negative 1,500 plus 150 plus negative 110. So in here, as you observe, we have like signs. So we can add it and follow the same sign. So 1,500 plus 110 is equal to what? Correct. It is equal to negative 1,610 since they are both negative. Then plus 150. In here, we have unlike signs. So we are going to subtract. So 1,610 minus 150 is equal to what? Correct. It is equal to 1,460. And since negative 1,610 has greater absolute value, we are going to follow the negative sign. So we will be having negative 1,460. So that would be the final answer. Now let us have another one. Supposing we have 301 plus negative 107 plus negative 125. In here, we have like signs, so we can add it. What is negative 107 plus negative 125? Correct. It is equal to negative 232. So we will be having 301 plus negative 232. So they are unlike signs. So we are going to subtract 301 minus 232, which is equal to what? Correct. It is equal to 69. Since 301 has greater absolute value and it is positive, so the final answer would be positive 69. Now let us have solving problems involving addition of integers. Let us read all together the problem. A submarine at 21 feet below sea level suddenly moves up about 6 feet. At what depth is the submarine located now? First, we are going to analyze the given. So 21 feet below sea level is what? Is it positive or negative? Correct, it is negative because the word below. And how about moves up about 6 feet? Correct, it is positive because the word up. Now that we have our given, we have to have our equation. So the equation will be negative 21 plus 6. So what is negative 21 plus 6? So first we are going to subtract 21 minus 6. 21 minus 6 is equal to what? Correct, it is equal to 18. And since negative 21 has greater absolute value and the sign is negative, so we will be having negative 18. And negative 18 means that the submarine is now located 18 feet below. So the word below means it is negative. Now let us have another problem. Let us read all together the problem. Ray borrowed 18,500 baht to buy a computer and 28,000 baht to buy a cell phone. How much does Ray owe altogether? So if you borrowed money, it means it's a loss or it's a debt, okay? So representing this one, we will be having a negative number. So negative 18,500. And we have another borrowed money, which is 28,000 baht. We will be having negative 28,000. So in here, the equation will be negative 18,500 plus negative 28,000, which is equal to what? Correct. It is equal to negative 46,500, which means that Ray owed 46,500 baht in all. Now let us have a short quiz. Solve the following equation. Negative 30 plus negative 40 plus negative 200 is equal to what? I will give you 10 seconds to answer this one. Timer starts now. Time is up. What is your answer? That's right. The answer is negative 270. Now let us have another one. Solve the following equation. 20 plus negative 8 plus negative 6. I will give you 10 seconds to answer this one. Timer starts now. Time is up. What is your answer? That's right. The answer is positive 6. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you again next week. Bye!